Rain poured over the city like 1,000 teardrops from the heavens. Streets glistened under the flickering lights, and the world seemed to slow down under the heavy clouds. Officer James Parker, soaked in his uniform, leaned against his patrol car, watching the empty road ahead. It had been a long, tiring shift, one filled with noise, paperwork, and the usual chaos of city life. But what he didn't know was that the night had one more story waiting for him, a story that would change him forever. Just as he turned to leave, a faint cry reached his ears. At first he thought it was just the wind, but then he heard it again, sharper, desperate, trembling. Following the sound, he found a small figure huddled near a bus stop, a woman clutching a baby to her chest, both drenched in the rain. He rushed over. "Ma'am, are you all right?" he asked, bending down beside her. The woman lifted her face. Her eyes were red, not just from the cold, but from endless tears. The baby in her arms whimpered softly, her tiny hands trembling against the chill. I have nowhere to go," the woman stammered.
"Please don't take me away."
"I just wanted to keep her warm." James looked around. No car, no belongings, just a worn-out bag beside her. "You're safe now," he said softly, removing his jacket and wrapping it around the woman and the child. "Let's get you both out of this rain." At the station, Officer James brought them a blanket and a cup of hot tea. The baby, barely a year old, stared at him with big, curious eyes, as if she could sense something kind behind the tough uniform. "What's your name?" he asked gently.
"Emily,"
she whispered. "And this is Lily, my daughter." James nodded. "Do you have anyone we can call?" Emily shook her head, her voice breaking. "My husband passed away last year. I lost my job, and then my landlord threw us out. I've been trying to find work, but no one hires a woman with a baby. I didn't know where else to go." Silence hung in the air. James looked at her, a mother, broken by the world but still fighting to protect her child. Something inside him ached. He had seen crime, he had seen anger, but this was pure pain, the kind no law could erase. He stood up and went to the other room, where his senior officer sat reviewing reports. "Sir," James began, "there's a woman and her baby outside. They have no place to go." "Could we—" The senior officer interrupted coldly. "Officer Parker, you know the rules. We're not a shelter. Contact social services." James hesitated. "Sir, it's late. By the time someone arrives, that baby might fall sick. Can I keep them here just for the night?" The senior sighed. "One night? That's all." Relieved, James returned to the mother and baby. He set up a small space in the corner of the break room, turned on the heater, and brought them some food. As Emily fed Lily, she looked up at him and whispered, "You didn't have to help me." "No one ever does." James smiled faintly. "Everyone deserves kindness, Emily, especially those who've been forgotten." That night, as the city slept, James sat nearby, watching over them. The baby occasionally giggled in her sleep, and Emily finally rested for the first time in days. When morning came, sunlight poured through the dusty window, warming the cold room. Emily woke up and saw James pouring milk into a small cup for the baby. "I found a shelter," he said, handing her the address. "They'll help you find work and a place to stay. I'll drive you there." Emily's eyes filled with tears. "I don't know how to thank you." "You don't need to," he replied gently. "Just promise me one thing. When you can, help someone else." She nodded, holding his hand. "I promise." James drove them to the shelter, carrying the baby's bag and ensuring they were welcomed warmly. As he turned to leave, little Lily reached out from her mother's arms, grabbing his finger. James froze, smiling as her tiny hand gripped his tightly. "Take care of your mama, little one," he said softly. Years passed. Officer James continued his duty, saving lives, solving crimes, and helping strangers. But that one rainy night stayed with him like a scar of compassion he was proud to bear. Then one morning, as he sat at his desk, a young woman walked into the station holding a small basket of flowers. "Officer Parker?" she asked with a bright smile. "Yes," he replied, puzzled. "You might not remember me. I'm Lily, the baby you helped years ago." James's eyes widened in disbelief. She was grown now, confident, kind, and radiant. "My mother always told me about you," Lily said, her eyes glistening. "You didn't just give us shelter, you gave us hope." I'm in my final year of police training now. I want to help people the way you helped us. James's throat tightened. You're becoming a police officer? She nodded. Because kindness like yours should continue. Tears welled in James's eyes. He smiled, standing up slowly. Then I guess my job wasn't just to protect, it was to inspire. Lily placed the flowers on his desk. For the officer who never let the rain drown his compassion. James looked at her and whispered, You're proof that one act of kindness can change more than a life. It can change generations. Outside, the rain began again, just like that night years ago. But this time, it didn't feel cold. It felt like a blessing, a reminder that kindness never fades. It simply grows one heart at a time. But deep inside, he sighed no one like share and subscribe his act of kindness.